Hi, my name is Nirmala Agard. My group members are Danny Desmond and Michelle McGuire. Today we will be talking about the components of listening, focusing specifically on questioning.
What is the role and purpose of question? Why is it an important part of listening? In our role as a listener, we need to understand what is being said. Therefore, asking questions allows us to clarify the message. Questioning is an important part of listening because it allows us to do several things. It allows us to learn, avoid misunderstanding, persuade, and helps you receive the speaker's thoughts and feelings accurately.
Questions can also help us to build relationships. By asking questions, relationships become stronger because you are showing an interest in people. It also helps us to manage and coach. By asking questions, it gets people to reflect and act on our suggestions.
Personal bias can often distort what we hear. Our ethical beliefs, morals, values, and judgments can alter the way we receive information. For example, when we listen to someone, we tend to process it and apply our own judgments to that information.
There are many different types of questions. Firstly, there is a closed question. These are asked when you are expecting a certain yes or no answer or a short response. For example, where do you live? Or what's your favorite color? The person may respond by saying they live in Toronto or that their favorite color is orange. Those types of questions are not normally used to bring out a detailed conversation. In contrast, open questions are questions asked that get the speaker to respond with a more detailed answer. For example, I heard you got fired from your job. How well did you take that? The person may respond by going into detail about the different factors that led them to being fired and how they're coping with it now.
Sincere questions are used to help you understand an individual. Counterfeit questions are a hidden way to send a message and not really receive one from the speaker.
Counterfeit questions. Counterfeit questions can also occur in many different situations. For example, questions that trap the speaker, questions that make statements, questions that carry hidden agendas, questions that seek correct answers, and questions that are based on unchecked assumptions.
Questions that trap the speaker. When you are asked a certain question, you have two ways of avoid giving the wrong answer. You can disagree with their question or you can defend your position. An example would be you didn't really want to go to this mall, did you?
Questions that make statements. The characteristic of these are you tend to emphasize certain words in your questions to make it appear as more of a statement. You tend to make the questions give out your opinion. For example, are you finally done getting ready to go out?
Questions that carry hidden agendas. You tend to ask someone what they are doing at a certain date and time. The speaker then does not know how to respond. They can either respond by saying yes or no, or by making up an answer. They may end up asking you that question because they want you to do them a favor.
Questions that seek answers. This is when someone asks you a question expecting a certain answer. The speaker tends to answer with what the person wants because they do not want to make them upset or angry in any way. For example, does this shirt make me look fat?
Questions based on unchecked assumptions. Questions are asked because they sense something or need clarification. They occur mostly if someone is feeling down, in a bad mood, or if they want to know if the person is paying attention or not. They know if they ask you a certain question, they'll get a more in-depth answer. For example, what's wrong? You don't really seem yourself.
Why do people not ask questions? Many people are uncomfortable asking questions because they're afraid it will show ignorance or because they feel that the question they have will make them look stupid. Also, they may not feel the need to ask questions because they already understand the situation and don't feel that they need to clarify anything. Overall, questions are an important component of listening because they influence the way you interact with people